Scott, one of the things I struggle with, being an entrepreneur and, I work with family offices, private equity groups, and people selling, hundreds of millions of dollar business, right? Like big, big stuff. When I'm talking to them and they're looking for some guidance, I have such an imposter syndrome when I'm interviewing them or creating content with them. Like, what could we do as entrepreneurs when we're hitting way out of our league and we feel that
Yeah.
imposter syndrome hit?
Yeah, so this is really good. I just did a keynote down in Phoenix around this. So this is what I did with this group. They're all business people, all leaders, all owners, right? And so I tell them my story, and then I say the only way we can change this imposter syndrome, this fear, this feeling of inadequacy or whatever, is to tell the truth about what we're really believing of ourselves. The negative story, Josh, that runs in my mind, that tape that is saying bad things about myself or remembering all my failures or all my disappointments or all the things I've done that are not good. I have to get those out. I have to tell the truth about my own negative story, my fear, my shame, whatever. So what I do is I have them write it all out, right? So I'm doing this, I'm writing it all out. I tell them mine. I tell them mine, and then I say, now you do it. And then I bring a big garbage can and I set it in the middle of the room, and they're all like, what is the janitor bringing the garbage can like in the middle of your keynote? What is going on? And I'd say, okay, here's what we're going to do. Now that you got all this stuff that are lies, these are lies that you've been forced to believe. I want you to take that, tear it up, and I want you to throw it in the trash can. Now, these are grown, mature, successful CEOs. They're like getting giddy. Like it's like kids in a candy store. And I'm like, this is interesting, but it's normal, right? So they're being set free. They're being set free, Josh. They're being set free from the lies, but they're actually physically saying it and talking it out. So I'm having some of them share what they wrote down. They tear it in there. And then I say, okay, now here's the most important part. Once we get rid of the lies, once we get rid of them and make space, now we need to ask the most important question you'll ever ask. God, who do you say I am? Now, a lot of these people may know God, don't know God. Doesn't matter because the truth is God knows, and it's who we want to ask. So, God, who do you say I am? And I want you to write down the first things that you hear in your mind. Don't edit, don't filter, don't do anything. Just write those down. And so I don't tell them yet that I'm going to have them share with the whole room, and then I tell them who I am. I'm the belief builder, right? And so boom, they do that, and then I go, okay, who wants to share? And like everybody's like, ah. And then one guy raises his hand and he shares, and then the other guy raised his hand, and then everybody's like, oh my God, that is really who I am.